All right, in this video, I'm going to be going over my model and I'm going to be going over it a little bit more structurally. And this is going to be a shorter version because I know you guys don't want to watch like the hour-long video, right? All right, so my model is the pre-market range breakout model, right? And I have an extremely high win rate with this model, and I'm going to show you what it is. So basically on higher time frames, we're looking just like on the daily chart, for example, we're looking for where the stock rejects a certain level multiple times, 3 touch points. The more touch points, the better. It could be support, it could be resistance. Okay, we could even pass this level and then start holding it as support, as support, as support. What I'm looking for is for the stock to respect this level inside of pre-market. So for example, we consolidate over it or we respect it as support and resistance as before. I call this a psychological level. And when it's getting respected inside of pre-market, most likely if we break out of it with like the first, second, third candle of market open, we could see an explosive move. And that's exactly what we saw here. But first, you're going to have to be able to scan for these stocks, okay, before they make pre-market ranges, whatever, so we can break out of them. So first you're going to go to trading view, guys, and you're going to go ahead and hit the screener button right down here. And then now it should pop up a screener. You're going to go to the index. I only trade S&P 500 stocks. You're going to go to the plus button right here, type in VOL, average volume, hit add filter. Then we're going to go back to it, manual setup, and we're going to type in 10, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That should be 10 million. Okay, so these are stocks that we can trade a lot of options with. Okay, if you're trading stocks that don't have this much volume, you're not going to be able to trade this correctly. But look, 66 stocks that we can trade with. So we're going to go to the chart view now. We're going to change to candles, and we're going to change it to the 1 month. So it should look like this. NVIDIA obviously at the top. So what I'm looking for is a stock to have like a bunch of bullish momentum, holding on to a trend, forming a consolidation like this. Or we could be looking for the stock to break out of a huge level. Like for example, NVIDIA, if we break out of these two highs right here, we can expect a huge move to the upside. If we break out of this high right here, look at Google forming a bull flag right here. We break out of that, boom, and Google has a lot of bullish momentum. So the ones that are in uptrends that are holding bullish momentum are more likely to have a nice pre-market range breakout if you're looking for breakouts to the upside. Okay, so as you guys can see, like Amazon, Meta, all this stuff in the downtrend, we're not looking to trade that. We're not looking to trade Oracle, looking to trade something like J&J, or we're looking to trade something like Apple, really consolidating like this. At the time of making this video, the S&P 500 is just like going down, okay, making lower lows, and we're looking for the stocks that are holding on, like Apple and Google. So after you found that, you're going to open back up the charts and you're going to go down and make sure you have pre-market out of your chart. Hit the settings button, go to session, extended trading hours, add that. And yeah, we're basically looking for this, guys. So you could either go to higher time frames, daily chart, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But like you can just see on the 5-minute chart where the stock likes to either consolidate on, range on, reject off of. Like I could go to the 30-minute chart and it'll show you the same thing. We reject off this level a bunch of times. Okay, but even on the 5-minute chart, we could just go back and find it in the past. But as you can see, this is Apple, guys. We're consolidating in that level. And just with all that bullish momentum, we're almost always seeing like pops like this at market open, breaking out of these key levels. Okay, so as you guys can see here, we have consolidation inside of here, instead of the previous day on the 5-minute chart. And then what happens is at a pre-market, we respect it. So now what I'm looking for is a breakout of this level with the first, second, 5-minute candle at market open. We usually always see like some kind of breakout because it's the most volatile time of the market. It's the first 15 minutes, whatever. And that's where I profit, guys. I'm usually done for the day by 10 a.m. It's overpowered. So I'm looking for a 5-minute momentum candle to break out of this range. This is a candle with a huge body with a little wick. As soon as that candle closes above that range, okay, as you guys can see here, we enter into out of the money call options. At the money, out of the money, it's up to you. I think out of the money works the best because of the IV. So everybody and their moms are seeing that we're breaking out, like Apple is mooning to the upside, while simultaneously the S&P 500 is mooning to the downside. So they're like, wow, Apple is good. So everybody's buying it, right? So the IV is spiking, okay? These contracts are just absolutely going to the moon, 100, 200, 300%. You buy here, and then you scale out because everybody's buying. You want to be selling when you want to be buying when everybody's buying, right? But you don't want to be buying when everybody's like selling. You want to be the one selling. So on the way up, you scale out. 30% gain, sell half of your contracts. 70% gain, sell another half. 100%, sell another half. 200% up here, sell another half. Okay, and you're just letting out of contracts as the market is just taking off because eventually the stock is going to fake out. It's almost inevitable. Okay, so with this strategy, we profit off fake outs and we profit off breakouts. So even if the stock like keeps going up after we break out, which I see time and time again, we'll keep on profiting because we're selling most and we're leaving runners. If the stock keeps on going up, good, because our runners will just increase our profit like crazy. Okay, but if it doesn't go crazy, we've scaled out because the stock is most likely going to fake out. So this is why we scale out and leave runners and guarantee profit. Okay, we can see this time and time again, guys. Literally just Apple the other day too. We have this nice range set of pre-market, okay? Or not pre-market, the previous day again, okay? Look at this. It could be a range, it could be a resistance level, just some kind of like ICT concept that gets respect in pre-market. So as you guys can see here, we reject off this level here, respect it as resistance, really well, big wake up. And then what happens, we break out with a 5-minute momentum candle. Right as that candle closes, we enter in. Okay. I've had some comments on my last YouTube video, and they're like, oh, you're not waiting for the retest, you're just buying after the breakout. Yes. Okay, because most likely after a 5-minute momentum candle breaks out just like this, we're going to keep on going up. But here's the thing, I have the 9 EMA added to my chart. This is the blue line right here. You can go to indicators tab, type in EMA. Okay, moving average exponential, click that and make sure it's the 9 EMA close. And this is what I have on my chart. So I'm on the 5-minute chart, right? After this 5-minute candle breaks out of this huge range, we're almost guaranteed for the daily buys for the rest of the day just to be completely bullish. Okay, it sets the tone for the day. A huge momentum candle like this is the first 5-minute candle breaking out of a huge psychological level. We're just most likely going to keep on going up. And as you guys can see here, we always hold the 9 EMA. We keep holding it, keep holding it, keep holding it. So either we're going to break out and then it's going to be a momentum candle and then another momentum candle as you guys saw in the last one, or sometimes we'll see like a pullback like this. And then this is, as you can say, like a retest. You could say a retest. What I do at this level, when we go down to the 9 EMA, so at the 9 EMA, there's like a bunch of buyers, right? There's so much buyers that are pulling the stock back up. So when we go down to the 9 EMA, I actually double down on my position. So for example, we get in at $30 a contract. Sorry, my 3 is pretty bad. And then down here, they're already at like 20 cents because these contracts are very volatile, right? I'm going to double down. My new average is 0.25. And then literally, we're like almost guaranteed to see a bounce off the 9 EMA. So I double down and then boom, right up here, these contracts were like at 50. Okay, I'm up 100%, literally that quickly. And then I'm scaling out, letting out on contracts. And then I will sell my runners whenever you want. You can sell your runners at break even, it's up to you. Okay, it's really simple. But sometimes you'll see something like this, right? You think it's going to break out of a huge psychological level. Okay, but here's the thing. This is the 5-minute candle inside of pre-market. So do you see down here, there's no volume. Okay, so it's not valid. All right, and as you can see, it wasn't valid. So it was just a manipulation. That's where the stock absolutely rejected off here. You wait for the first 5-minute candle to close, guys. It has a bunch of volume. It's a valid candle. And then if that closes above the range, boom, we entered in. We don't enter in if it wicks up. Okay, see, you wicked up. Some people might enter in here thinking like, oh, it's going to close, it's going to go higher. But no, I've seen some, like it's a psychological level, so most likely we're going to respect it as resistance. What we're looking for is a rare breakout of this level, and we enter in. It's a high risk reward setup. You patiently wait for the right setup to form, and yeah. Let me show you guys another example. Check this out, guys. This setup is literally so clean, guys. Look at this. We're breaking out of a range. I don't even have to go inside of pre-market to show you guys our previous day. Like, we're rejecting off this range. We can go in the past and we can see we reject off it like multiple times. Literally just like right here. Check this out. We opened there, respected it, breaking out 5-minute momentum candle. And then we didn't even do a retest, nothing. We just kept on going up. That's why I enter in right as that 5-minute candle closes. And then boom, 50% gain, 100% gain, 200%, 300%, whatever. If there's 0 day to expiration, they're going 1,000%. Okay, these contracts are going to go in the money. All right, so you can literally put like $1,000 into this trade, scale out, average gain 100%. You turned $1,000, $2,000. It's really that simple. This strategy works so well. And literally, I back tested this for like out of the money contracts, right? And 80 to 85% of the time after we break out like this, if we like hold 80 to 85% of the time, we are going to get a 30% gain. Okay, it's that simple. I want you to go back test it yourself. Try this. Okay, and that only works if it's an A+ setup, guys. So if like we want to see at least like 3 touch points on higher time frames. Okay, two is the bare minimum. Okay, to see if it's like a valid psychological level. Okay, the more touch points, the more consolidation, the more whatever, the bigger the breakout is going to be. As you guys can see, this was a huge breakout. Okay, but sometimes it could be even like a little breakout. As this is the setup I actually took on Friday. So as you guys can see here, it wasn't like that big of a psychological level, but we took a 70% gain on just this little pop right here. So almost guaranteed after we break out of a psychological level like this, we're almost guaranteed for a pop. Okay, so basics, we got one touch point here, another touch point here, and many other times in the past. Okay, and then boom, we respect it. We respect over it in pre-market. So now what I'm looking for is a breakout of this level. Boom, we broke out. We entered in literally just on this one little wick up here on the second 5-minute candle. We were up 30%. When we were up 30%, we sold most of our contracts and we left runners. Okay, and then boom, what happens? We go down. We hold the 90 MA. I actually didn't double down. I would have doubled down, but I didn't double down because I already took a 30% profit up here on these 0 data expiration option contracts. Then they went back up, bounced off the 90 MA, and then they were up 70%. I sold some more, left some more runners. Okay, and then I cut my runners for break even, giving me an average gain of 45%. So basically, you could have took $1,000 to $1,000 450 with the average 45% gain. Okay, so even if it's like this setup was choppy, most of the time we break out and we're just gonna keep on going up, green candle, green candle, green candle. But sometimes it's just a pop like this, and we profit off of that every single time. This strategy is literally just overpowered, guys. It's literally just overpowered if you're not using it what you're doing. Like you could keep using your strategies that you use like in the power hour or whatever. But when market opens, this is the one you want to be looking for. In pre-market, before market opens, you want to be looking for levels where the stock starts respecting it. Okay. And then when we break out of that level, you enter out of the money call options. You can double down 90 MA and then you scale out. You scale out. You scale out because eventually the stock is going to fake out. And it's literally just that easy. So I actually put some PDFs, some free PDFs in the description. So if you guys want to claim those PDFs, there is a checklist in there for you. So I have a 5-step checklist on exactly how to find setups that break out just like this. And then I have a daily bias guide for my pre-market range breakout strategy. So after we break out like this, the daily bias is going to be super bullish. How do you know if the daily bias is going to be bullish? With this daily bias guide. So go claim both of them. The link's going to be in my bio. And you can find setups like this completely for free on your own. And yeah, if you guys want to trade with me live this strategy, I also call out my trades completely for free. So if you guys want to join that, I will see you guys inside of the Discord. The link's going to be in my bio too. But yeah, make sure you use the strategy, guys. Back test it yourself if you don't believe me, or check my win rate. I post all my trades. So yeah, I'll see you guys inside.